Khan is the first Pakistani Prime Minister to be ousted by a no-confidence vote, so Parliament will meet tomorrow to vote for a new leader. SABC News correspondent Ishan Garg joins us now live from Pakistan. Ishan, a very good morning to you here in Johannesburg. Thanks indeed for your time. So talk us through what led to this vote of no confidence.
Well, first of all, just a quick correction. I'm based in New Delhi in India. And to answer your question, this has been building up for a very long time. There has been widespread, dissatisfaction among the Pakistani public, especially after the pandemic. As the economy started to, reel back from the inflationary shock, there was widespread price rises, and people also complained about how the Imran Khan government mishandled the economic performance of Pakistan. And there has also been rising criticism of Pakistan's foreign policy. Under Imran Khan, Pakistan has grown closer to Russia and China and has tried to shun away the United States of America to a very large degree, and that's a prospect not many Pakistanis are very fond of. So this has been in the making for the past few months, and the nail in the coffin really has been since the opposition party leader Mr. Shahbaz Sharif, he put in the vote of no confidence against Imran Khan, saying that Imran Khan wasn't really able to handle neither the economic performance nor the foreign policy performance, and therefore today we are seeing that Imran Khan has been ousted as the Prime Minister of Pakistan.
Let's talk, Ishan, about there seems to be a problem of prime ministers not finishing their terms of office. What's the problem in terms of if we look at the political stability in that country?
Well, that's a real problem. I mean, so far since 1947, when both India and Pakistan got their independence from colonial rule, no elected official has been able to complete a full term in Pakistan's history. And Imran Khan is just, his ousting, his continuation of the same trend. And there are various factors. And back in the day, things used to be a lot different. We saw military coups against democratically elected leaders twice, which led to Pervez Musharraf becoming the Prime Minister of Pakistan almost a decade ago. But this time around, Imran Khan being ousted as the Prime Minister, the situation is completely different. He's been removed via a democratic method in which, the opposition parties have voted. They've secured a majority of the vote. The Supreme Court has been involved in this. So even though it looks like a continuation of the same trend when the Prime Minister is being removed, this is for the very first time it's a democratic process through which that has happened, and that is a significant way in which analysts are saying that Pakistan's democracy, even though it's still unstable, is maturing to some degree.
Well, the country has got challenges of security, Ishan. Is this not going to escalate the problem then?
Well, that is one of the biggest concerns, that especially with the rise of Taliban in Afghanistan, that has become a major problem. But analysts say that the defense policy and the foreign policy in the country has been largely controlled, if not highly influenced by the military in the country. So the military in Pakistan gets a very big say in how those policy decisions are made, and military is incredibly popular among the general public as well, and that's why they've got the upper hand when it comes to electing leaders as well. So it's actually not going to be the elected leaders who might have to stand up to the security challenges in the region, but it may actually be the Pakistani military. Now, in the past few months, we have seen very strong statements coming from the general of the Pakistani military, who's been very actively saying that Pakistan should move closer to the US once again, because they've got long-standing security ties, and that's one of the expectations that going forward that's likely to happen, strengthening Pakistan's security cooperation. The military general has also said that he wants to cooperate with India because India and Pakistan share border, and one of the most hotly disputed territories in Asia, which is the region of Kashmir. So Pakistani's military is looking very proactive in managing the strategic problems that may come up for Pakistan, and it's ultimately going to be the military's problem and less so the elected leaders' problem.
Ishan, any reaction from neighboring countries?
Well, so far the Indian government or officials haven't really reacted to this event, but we are seeing very strong reactions from the Indian public on social media platforms. Since Imran Khan took power in 2018, he wasn't really very popular among the Indian public because he was seen as somebody who had very open and very vocal views about India's controversial stance in Kashmir. According to Pakistan, this is a region that's hotly contested by the two nations. Imran Khan has also been very openly critical of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, alleging that under Mr. Modi's rule, minorities in the country have suffered. So all this has led to Mr. Imran Khan not being viewed as a favorable leader by the Indian public. However, when he was a cricketer, he was incredibly revered by his neighboring countries' people. So now we are seeing that many people are reacting to this almost as if it's a positive news. Now that Mr. Shahbaz Sharif is likely to be sworn in as the Prime Minister of Pakistan, there is a sense of understanding that India-Pakistan relations may get a leg up and might improve in the next few years.
Ishan Garg, thank you very much indeed. Live from New Delhi, Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan being ousted there. That country expected to get a new Prime Minister.